repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one goes down.
Good shot, baby.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. LeBron into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Gets it in the left corner. George to Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. He's 2 for 2 now.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Kyrie with the rock to Oladipo.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And count the basket inside. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Paul George. Karl Anthony Towns. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
To Love. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Cashes in for 2.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Now their head coach signals for a timeout. He'll get his guys together and talk things over. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Defense.
Knocked loose.
Defense,
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. It's James controlling the offense. Drummond to Adetokunbo. Paul George with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim. Into the front court comes Wall. Looking to make something happen. To
head the other way.
Come on. Get back.
Towns to James.
Trap. Rotate.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Here we go.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Kuzma to James. Doesn't get the bounce. To Antetokounmpo. LeBron James pins it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
All right here.
James to Holiday.
They can pick it up. I'm hillside.
Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. Wall
Switch, I got it.
to Oladipo. Antetokounmpo. Driving right to the basket. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Kyle Kuzma has the basketball to James.
Let him out.
And he finishes at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Ball with it up top. He'll run the offense. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Kuzma to James. He gets it.
There we go. Yes, sir. My ball.
Antetokounmpo to Drummond. Knocked loose. Oladipo, tough matchup against George. The monster stuff.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. We get a whistle and a timeout as they will get together and talk things over. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Butler to Kyle Kuzma. The touch at the rim. Counted.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Into the front court. It's Wall. Down a bundle. Embiid. The pass set it all up.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
I got ball. I got something for him.
Holiday to Kyle Kuzma. Deep left corner. George buries it.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Kawhi Leonard, tough matchup against Butler. Knocked loose. Jimmy Butler, he's finally on the board, makes his first shot. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day, that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Carl,
Whoa! Get that out of here!
message sent, Jay.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Oladipo. Here's Leonard for two. Kawhi Leonard. He's now 4 for 6.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent, but the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle, oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
And counted at the rim.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
My ball, my ball.
Trying to cash in. Wide open look. Won't go. Straight on three. At the buzzer. Good. A three at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The West have built a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the West. The East All-Stars have yet to appear after one half of basketball. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the East All-Stars.
Game track. Defense.
The West All-Stars are using defense to create offense, and it's coming off blocks and steals. They're putting in work on both ends of the court.
Player of the half.
The chosen one has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second